This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 690 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for November 25th, 2025. Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate. It is just around the corner. I'm excited to be here with some friends, some old and some new. So with me today, I've got Lee, and we have a guest host, Mr. Turner Gray. Hello, Turner.
Hey, Turner.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lee. How is everybody?
Good. Thanks for coming on the show to replace, it turns out, two people, not just one.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for having me. I don't know if I can fill the spot of two people, but I'll certainly try.
They can rub it in Ryan's face now that he hasn't been on and you have.
I was shocked. I'm shocked he hasn't been on yet, but who knows? Maybe one day.
We'll see. Or we'll just load it over. It's like, how much is it worth now?
A free VIP tour?
Yeah, that would be nice.
I don't know if Ryan knows enough about Universal to have him on the show.
He's cursing us right now.
Yeah, so Tracy is where, Lee?
In Korea still. She gets back next week.
Oh, that went by so fast.
Tell me about it. I know. Chris is on the toilet.
Wow. I wasn't going to go there, but...
Sorry, Chris.
Chris is having stomach woes, so we will forgive him.
He should be. Hopefully, he'll be back next week.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, Turner,
hello.
It's time for us to interrogate you.
Oh, Lord.
Give our listeners a chance to get to know you. So, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from South Georgia. I like to tell people north of Jacksonville because nobody ever knows where I live. But right now, I currently reside in the city of brotherly love, the place where some people say America was founded, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, today it is, but it looks like some rain this week, and I still haven't watched that show. Please don't pound me, Philadelphians.
I haven't either, to be honest.
Oh my God, it is one of the best comedy shows of all time. I regularly rewatch the entire, I think there's 15 seasons of it now. It is brilliant.
Wow.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta watch it then.
Dang.
It's the best.
Where in Georgia were you from? Because I'm in South Carolina, so.
Oh, right. It's St. Mary's, Kingsland. It's like literally right on the Georgia-Florida border. My dad was military, so that's where I was born, moved around a bunch, and then we moved back there, and then I left and moved around a bunch.
Yeah, the Kingsland exit is one of my main stops when I'm driving down to Florida. So yes, familiar.
Exit 1.
Yep, there you go. Awesome. Okay, so what is your favorite Universal Orlando park?
It's got to be Studios, and I know, much like many of the guest hosts, I just don't think I've been to Epic enough, or it's not really been around long enough for me to say it's my favorite. But anytime I'm at the parks, especially when Ryan's working and I have nothing else to do, I find myself just strolling around Universal. Okay. I rarely go to Island. I mean, I will go, but I rarely just stroll around islands. I think Universal just has more nooks and crannies and crevices to explore.
I agree.
Yes, we like exploring crevices and crannies.
That's what she said. Before Jeff Wright jumps in, that's what she said.
What is your favorite Universal Orlando park icon?
It's got to be the Kronos.
Interesting.
And I think kind of having like Ryan to kind of explain a lot of the lore of Epic Universe and kind of like being familiar with it, I think it's the best just because it kind of blends elements of everything else. And I also think the spinny parts on the top are really cool.
Yes,
but I do kind of have maybe a hot take, or I don't know, another take on the reveal. And that is that Volcano Bay has the best reveal of all of the icons.
I will agree to that. Yes, absolutely.
Like nothing beats going around that bend.
Yeah.
That is true. Because even when you see the volcano like on marketing or on commercials, it's not the same as when you walk up and you walk around the corner and it's so massive and realistic looking. So I can agree with that.
Yep, me too.
All right. So what is your favorite ride?
Well, if this were a visual medium, you all would see I'm wearing my ET sweatshirt. It is 100% ET. Sorry, Tracy. I know that there's some disdain for that ride, but man, I mean, that's the only ride that when I go to the parks, I have to ride it or my trip is a failure.
Well, I have to break it to you. We did not ride it when we came over in October. I wanted to. It just never happened.
Yeah. Well, the wait time's been climbing up lately. I don't know. I don't know. I don't work there, so.
Okay, that's a good one. I like it. Let's move on to butterbeer. Are you a hot, a frozen, or a regular guy?
The only way is frozen.
Yeah.
The only way.
Okay.
Hot tastes like cardboard.
Oh,
I don't know.
Tracy.
I'm sorry. Also, like,
where's my dismiss button?
It could be -3 out. I don't know what that is in Celsius, Lee. Sorry, but I would always have an iced coffee, an iced drink. So it's always frozen butterbeer.
Okay. I do like a frozen, but hot is my favorite.
Mine too, Lee. Okay, and finally, are you a Mardi Gras, an HHN, or a holidays guy?
Well, I love Horror Nights. Been going every year since 2010.
Nice.
But because of when my birthday is, it's got to be the holidays.
Okay.
We spend a lot of time as a family, always at Universal over the holidays, and nothing really beats, the parks open later. I mean, obviously it's open late for Horror Nights, but it's open later than typical during holiday season. You have all the lights, the decorations. I think it can't be beat. I don't care if it's virtually the same every year.
I just find the holidays weird. We've done it twice now, and it just feels odd walking into Islands of Adventure with modern Christmas music playing. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't bother me.
To each their own.
I love all the decations. It's killing me that I'm not going to make it out there this year for the holidays and see, especially the first holidays at Epic.
Exactly. Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I got to be a responsible adult.
We all saw the Harry Potter, the lights on the ministry, or no? Did we see that? Maybe that's a bonus episode discussion.
in Place Cachet, just all around the area.
Well, but there's also, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
There's a certain, it looks a particular persuasion, but they quickly fixed it.
Okay. That is definitely a bonus episode thing, I think. So if you want to listen to that, everyone, join the Producers Club, because that's where that's going. I am intrigued.
UUOP is brought to you by the Producers Club. Join today and get bonus episodes, the chance to be a guest host, birthday shoutouts on air, be part of our awesome Facebook community, and more. Head over to uuop.supercast.com to subscribe. Shameless plug.
All right. Well, let's move on and kick things off this episode with a little things from Seth.
This is Seth Kubersky, co-author of The Unofficial Guides, and it's been a minute, so sit back and relax because I've got a whole lot of little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort for late November 2025 to talk about. If you are a U.S. military veteran or active duty service member, Universal's military discounts for 2026 are now available, including the Freedom Pass, which is basically a discounted annual pass, as well as one-day tickets to Epic Universe. Interestingly, military members can still buy a 3-park Freedom Pass, including Volcano Bay, even though annual passes, including Volcano Bay for the general public, are no longer available for purchase or renewal. However, Universal Orlando annual pass holders can take advantage of bonus benefits, which are coming back January 5th through the 31st, include discounts and exclusive food and merchandise items. Or if you just want to shop merchandise from afar, Universal's got a new merchandise website. The new URL is shopuniversal.com. Heading into City Walk, I strolled through the Universal Studios store and noticed that the How to Train Your Dragon blind boxes that were previously exclusive to Burke can now be purchased there. It also looks like they're about done with the replacement of the marquee above Hard Rock Live. And the holidays have come to City Walk. The Green and Red Coconut Club is now open on select nights through January 4th. And Earl the Squirrel's Tree Farm has returned. Stepping inside Universal Studios Florida, if you can't get enough Earl the Squirrel, this year's Tribute Store Holiday Marketplace is up, and Earl the Squirrel merchandise is featured inside. Also look nearby in the Universal Studios store for Grinchmas merchandise and new holiday windows. And smack dab in between those two locations, the Wicked Experience was recently updated with authentic costumes from the sequel Wicked for Good. And Glinda and Elphaba are making surprise meet and greet appearances at the walkthrough experience now through early December. These are surprise and delight appearances, so don't expect them to be listed in the app. Heading around the park, the DreamWorks Imagination Cafe had walls up for a refurbishment, and walls are also still up around the splash pad in front of Shrek's Swamp. Doesn't look like much progress has been made since the concrete was all torn up. Around the corner in Springfield, Chief Wiggums and his car had finally returned after Halloween. Jedediah Springfield's statue was still missing in action when I strolled through, but hopefully he'll be back by the time you listen to this. Over in Diagon Alley, the Hogwarts Express is going to be closed for one day on December 3rd. And in New York, the Christmas tree is up, but the Secret Life of Pets statues have been removed from near the park. By the way, if you participated in the Backlot Club during Halloween Horror Nights, keep an eye out around the former Christmas shop for the Backlot Club beacons. They were recently reactivated for a Halloween versus Christmas event that had some character meet and greets, and it could come back during the holiday season for more activations. And get in your last pints of Guinness at Finnegan's, because that popular restaurant will be closing for renovation from January 12th all the way through the end of 2026. Finally, if you are excited for Mardi Gras, which is returning February 7th through April 4th, you can now purchase a float and dine package. This year's packages cost $95 plus tax per person and include a meal and city walk and a guaranteed spot on one of the Mardi Gras floats. All right, now let's head into Islands of Adventure, where Grinchmas is back at Seuss Landing, and this year it includes a Whoville Christmas tree farm in the back corner. Of course, the Grinch himself is back and greeting guests inside Honk Honkers. Get there as early as you can during early entry, and count yourself lucky if you only wait 60 minutes to meet him. If you purchase the Grinchmas breakfast package, you can meet the Grinch with a shorter wait. However, I noticed that they no longer offer green eggs and ham as one of the breakfast entrees. Meanwhile, at the Green Eggs and Ham Cafe nearby, they've replaced the carnitas tots with cheeseburger tots. Walking from Seuss Landing into Lost Continent, I noticed that the bridge resurfacing project is continuing and has now switched to the opposite side. Over in Hogsmeade, the Christmas decor seems more or less unchanged this year, but the Christmas light show on the castle is back, as is the ride inside the castle, which was down for a brief refurbishment. Inside Jurassic Park, Pizza Predatoria has gotten rid of their sandwiches and replaced them with bread cones containing chicken Alfredo or meatballs. And finally, in Toon Lagoon, the What's Am Outta You shop has closed and has its windows covered over, but Blondie's right next door has finally reopened. They've ditched mobile ordering, and they have a brand new menu. I have to say I was never a fan of their old Dagwood sandwich, but the new one is much better, especially if you like pimento cheese. As you probably know, Volcano Bay removed its Tapu Tapu system at the beginning of October. With mild weather, the wait times haven't been too terrible for the slides recently, but the entire park will be closing down next October for an extensive refurbishment. And while I was at IAAPA, I attended press conferences from both ProSlide, who manufactured all the original slides at Volcano Bay, and Whitewater West, who's their biggest competitor. Both of them announced brand new family raft rides. ProSlide has a new Power Rapids that'll be debuting in 2026 in Vietnam. And Whitewater West is introducing the Hurricane model, which they say will be premiering somewhere in the United States in 2027. Either one would make a perfect fit for the expansion pad at Volcano Bay, which has been rumored for many years now to be primed to receive a new slide. Last but certainly not least, we're going to end up at Epic Universe, which recently took home 4 prestigious THEA awards from the Themed Entertainment Association. I was invited to the awards ceremony, which was held inside the Isle of Berk during the recent IAPA convention, and got to see Universal take home awards honoring the Battle at the Ministry attraction, Monsters Unchained, the Isle of Berk, and the park as a whole. Also, congratulations to retired Universal art designer Dale Mason, who got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Well deserved. Over in the Dark Universe, they've introduced temporary tattoos to the Darkmoor makeup experience. And the Burning Blade Tavern has temporarily had its burning blades completely removed. Hopefully they will be back very soon. While I was attending that IAPA party, I also got to check out the Christmas decor that's been put up around Celestial Park. It's lovely and subtle, with some clever little Easter eggs. Check out the wreaths on Pizza Moon. They've got mushrooms on them. There's also Christmas decor inside the Wizarding World. And while there's no Christmas decor inside Berk, there is some special holiday foods you can try. And finally, while in Berk, I had the opportunity to ride Dragon Racers Rally several times in a row and was very happy to discover that they have recently loosened the limiter on the vehicles, which allows them to flip over much more easily. I was able to get 5 barrel rolls in one ride, never able to get it to completely flip before now. So if you were frustrated by how hard it was to roll Dragon Racers Rally in the past, give the ride another shot. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this time. I'll be back in a couple weeks for one last report on the little things of 2025. But before then, you can head on over to theunofficialguides.com and pre-order the unofficial guide to Universal Orlando 2026, which is coming out very, very soon. And until next time, I am Seth Kuberski, keeping an eye on all those little things for you.
Seth lives a very, very special life, doesn't he? He gets invited to all these special things while we sit here envious of what he gets to do.
And he gets to literally write the book about Universal.
Literally.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 5 loops. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Audrey will be so excited to hear that because she tries her damnedest to flip that thing every time we write it.
I wonder why they tightened them up in the first place, whether they were concerned of people doing what Chris is doing right now, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that kind of their own fault and let people live their lives? I don't know.
I never was able to get it to flip. And I wrote it, I think I've written it 3 or 4 times now, which was frustrating. Have y'all seen that person from Mall of America? I think her name's Tara.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get that now when I go next.
Yeah, no.
No, I will happily just glide. No flippies for me.
That's what I did. We wrote it once on Media Day. Tracy was trying to get it to flip. I was just like, I'm just here so I can say I've been on it.
Well, it's really beautiful views.
If
you're just chilling and looking out, it's actually like beautiful. I wish it was a longer ride.
I wish that I could see because I don't have contacts anymore and I'm deathly afraid of losing my glasses. So I just leave them all. I can't see anything.
I wore my glasses on it. And didn't.
Yeah,
I don't think it goes fast enough to worry about that unless you're flipping upside down.
And even if I can't remember whether, because Tracy wears her glasses, she can't see without them. She had hers on. Whether she had her glasses.
You get one of the little nerd straps that goes around the back of the
She has one, but I don't think she wore them. I do want to say it just shows how popular the cones are in Isle of Berk that we're now starting to do them over in Jurassic Park. I love those things so much.
I'm shocked that it's taken this long to come to Universal, to be fair. They've been over at Disneyland forever.
I just don't know how I feel about chicken Alfredo in one. I don't know. Don't knock it till you try it, but I think that they hit the nail on the head with the Berk ones. But I don't know. I don't want to eat normal food out of that. I want to eat the weird, eclectic stuff.
Yeah. Well, even though Tracy's, I said this on the episode 2 weeks ago, even though she's in Korea, I still woke up to a message one morning off her going, there are new cones in Berk. Someone needs to go and try them now.
All right. I'll go do it.
I'm sure you won't.
Push your arm, why don't you?
Is it Snuggle? What's the Berk version of Thanksgiving? Is it Snuggle Toth? that they're doing
Snoggle Tog, I think.
Snoggle Tog, that's right. Yeah, it looks interesting, the one they've got going on there now. But it's like, it's going to be, I mean, speaking of which, green eggs and ham, I need to try those cheeseburger tots. But they can do so many different versions of those mac and cheese cones now. There's your license to print money, because to be fair, they're not badly priced. They're really big and they're really good. Like we talked about it before we started recording, Turner, about how much Universal are kind of nickel and diming a little bit now and how expensive the parks have got. That to me represents a really good value in Epic Universe, quite honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially, I mean, you know, with a cone, naturally, you're gonna have less filling near the bottom. But I still think, like, with how much they put on top and with the bread, I don't know. I think, that's something I always get when I've gone to Epic recently, and I don't know, maybe I'll give it a try when I'm there in a couple weeks for chicken Alfredo.
Just to rub it in.
I hope that they move that into a bigger location, but I've also been saying that about the crepes at Studios, they still haven't done that. They're so popular. They could be in a bigger kitchen for production purposes.
I think the thing is now, though, in Burke, because it used to just be at Hooligans Grog and Gruel, I'm pretty sure you can get them from Spitfire Grill now as well.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they realised
There's a new pumpkin pie crepe that
I saw that.
Audrey would die.
Yeah, I did see that.
I'm going to rope drop the crepe stand when I'm there next, because I love pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie, pumpkin anything. I don't care what time of year it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're just the worst place for your wallet and your waistline, Universal. They really know how to do it, don't they?
Especially at Epic.
Well, that's the thing. It's not, you're starting to see a little bit, like Epic's kind of where it started, and it's it's invading the other parks now. I mean, it has done for a long time, but I think they're realizing that they need to sort of push some of those newer signature things over into the other parks. Otherwise, they become stale, and they need to give people a reason to still, they don't want people just to come down and go to Epic and not visit the other parks, which was always my worry when people who haven't been to Universal before will come down, go to Epic, see how groundbreaking that is, and then go to the other parks and be like, well, these are a bit naff.
I didn't feel that way at all on my last trip in October.
But you're a different, you understand, that's what I'm talking about, people who've never been there before.
No, I had two people with me who had never been before. And they didn't express any difference between the three.
Interesting.
In satisfaction.
Well, I think that, I mean, with islands, like, what is it? You know, Lost Continent is pretty out of commission.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, I feel like that's something they're obviously or potentially addressing, but I think that Universal has just kind of been afraid to test something like the food innovations, like in the smaller, or in the North Campus parks, that they were like, whatever, we'll try to do it at Epic, and if it works, great. If not, like we saw at Volcano Bay with that great menu that they rolled back. But I wish that they would just throw it at us, and because I mean, we would eat it, we'd enjoy it, us enthusiasts, I suppose. But who knows? I'm not in their minds.
And that's the thing, is we're enthusiasts, and so not only do we really attach to things that we love at the parks, but we also tend to be the nitpickers. We're the ones, because we go so much, we do see the differences between like Epic and the older parks. We do tend to pay attention to the flaws or the areas that need some TLC. Newbies don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's all new to them.
Like Kelly from Taste of Universal, she said that to me before. The average person who's going to Universal who's never been before is probably used to like a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair or somewhere like that. Exactly. So to them, it doesn't matter. It's still a huge step above what they're used to. Yep. And she's probably right. Yep. We're just so used to what we know Universal can do that when they don't do it, we kind of call them out on it, I guess.
Right. So what's up with the burning blades? Does anybody know?
They've been down for about a month or more now at this point.
I think they're back, actually.
Oh, are they?
I could be wrong, but I swore that I saw something on Twitter that they were back. I don't know if they're on fire again, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, the blades were, when I was there mid-October, the blades were up,
but but
it wasn't spinning.
Yeah, same for us.
And then they took them down. Like they just completely took them off. But from what I saw, I could be wrong, but I mean, I'm unfortunately chronically online, and I thought that I saw a post where someone said that the blades were back.
Okay.
So
that'd be good, because that was a definitely missed and at nighttime, especially at the burning in Dark Universe. And I felt so bad because it was like the end of the night. We were exhausted. We were sitting on that bench right outside Burning Blade, and there were a ton of people standing around with their phones waiting for the flames to go off. And I was like, it's not going to happen, guys. Sorry. But it definitely is missed.
It's disappointing as well with the park only being open like officially 7 months at this point and still having that issues, because I know the time turner had gone from the Place Cachée portal. I know it's back now, but that had been removed recently as well. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Epic is pretty on top of their stuff when it comes to guest-facing issues to fix. I think that maybe the animatronics in Monsters Unchained might be where they're kind of missing in that, but that's a lot different than a cosmetic element, I suppose.
Because I know when we were over in October, the Mario fountain sort of in between the Mario shop and the Super Nintendo World portal was all walled off. There was walls up around a certain section, or around like the seated, the steps around the fountain. It's weird to see stuff like that this early on.
Yeah.
But then there's that people. And it's going to be an interesting year looking forward to Universal next year. When you look at like Volcano Bay is going to be closed for a big chunk of next year. Jurassic Park's going to be, the River Adventure is going to be closed for a big chunk of next year. Finnegan's being closed for pretty much all of next year. The Horror Nights is going to look very different for a lot of people.
Why is Finnegan's going to be closed?
I think they're completely refurbing it, like literally stripping it out completely and ground up refurbing it. Because it hasn't been done since it opened, as far as we're aware, yeah. But it hasn't had any sort of refurb since it opened, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's a bit dated. But then again, isn't that the vibe?
I mean, it's an Irish bar. Sorry, all our Irish listeners. Stuart. But yeah, like how many people hang out there? That's such a hangout spot at Horror Nights for it not to be there during Horror Nights next year, especially with it being an anniversary year as well.
They're all going to be forced to have to go to Louis.
You can't get your alcohol in there, though, can you? That's the problem.
Bring back.
Yeah, we did last year. Last time.
Alcohol? What? Not like you can in Finnegan's.
No. I mean, they didn't have a full bar. They just had a couple of options.
I wonder if they'll put pop-up
Lombard.
bars.
Open up Lombard.
No, true.
They could. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they normally have that anyway. Wasn't the bar out, like when they did it with David S. Pumpkins round the back there? Was that not open this year? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was.
I think so.
I don't know. We just walked through dancing to Club Horror.
Was it replaced by the bar that was over by the dance area?
The dance area?
Club Horror.
Club Horror.
And that's what I was talking about that. Like, when was the year? Was it 2-3 years ago? When like the backside of Lombard's?
I think that was the HHN bar a couple years ago, but then they moved that to the that big spot near
like
right outside of Mel's.
Yeah.
I can't remember. All I remember where the Lombard's deck was, they gave out wristbands there. But if I'm being honest, I had already pre-aimed a little bit too much to really remember what was going on back there.
They had a bar around the back too still.
This year? Yeah. Okay.
Because that's where I went and waited for Maddie and Kenneth.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Dark Universe. Well, never mind. I'll save that for later. I was going to talk about the tattoos, but
we can talk about the tattoos. I think that's pretty cool. I'd love to see him do to have an actual tattoo parlor in there. Because how many people would do it?
Yeah.
Michelle would be first on the list. I can guarantee. Exactly.
I still haven't done the one in City Walk, but I don't know.
No.
It's not the same as getting one inside the theme park.
Yeah. Speaking of tattoos, Tracy's just got a new one today. I won't tell you what it is. I'll let her break that news, but she did get one in Korea today. I have seen it. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
I would love to see them do proper tattoos in there. It would be awesome. To see you actually got a tattoo in Dark Universe would be cool.
Right?
They could just do it where they do the makeup experience. Yeah. It's this makeup's permanent.
Yeah.
Permanent modifications.
I think
the makeup experience by day, tattoo parlor by night.
But genuinely, I think they would make a killing. I think a lot of people would do it.
Oh God, yeah. A ton of people would do it. It'd be almost impossible to get a reservation.
And they charge an arm and a leg.
Oh well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Yes, they probably would. I would dread to think, because I know there's a minimum price for Hart and Huntington's, and we did find out how much it was. I can't remember. I think someone in the producers club had got one done there, and it wasn't a small amount of money, if I remember rightly.
I think the minimum was wasn't it like 150 or something, and that was
like
even
that.
for just a tiny.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
And they charge per hour, which is standard for tattoo artists. But they're in. I looked into getting a tattoo there once a while ago. I don't remember what I was quoted, but it was tiny. It was like 3x3, very small, simple design. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Which I understand paying for quality work and paying.
Yes.
I'm always happy to do that, but that's not really the top of my priorities when I'm at Universal, unfortunately.
Well, and that's what it was like when I went on the Virgin Cruise Line. They have a tattoo parlor on their ships. And I wanted to get one because, hey, I'm on a cruise ship. That's cool, right? But it was the same thing. I just wanted something small that at my tattoo artist would be like a $50 minimum.
Yep.
But they wanted to it was like $300. I just can't justify that. I can get almost like half a sleeve for $300. But so what is your thoughts? Why are they putting money into refurbing anything at Simpsons right now? If it's in the talks that's going away.
Refurbing things at Simpsons?
The Chief Wiggum in the car and Jebediah,
they're not refurbing it. They're not. They're just putting it back because they always remove them for horror nights. That's all that is.
Oh, that's all it was for?
Yeah, they always take the statue out. They always take Chief Wiggum in his car out during horror nights and then put it back in afterwards. But then it's the Simpsons thing's such an interesting thing at the moment, because apparently one of the execs come out and said it would be a detriment of the brand if they took Springfield out of Universal. So there's a lot of a kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like people, because we're all assuming that license runs out at this point. And it's whether Universal would get rid of it anyway. Everyone's assuming that 2028, I think, is the date that they would remove it. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of talk about it recently. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be sad to see it go, to be fair, at this point.
I can't imagine them keeping it. It's never busy. It's a walkthrough. There's always people there, but the two rides that are there are, I don't know, they don't seem to be gathering a lot of attention or interest at all.
Well, okay, then let's talk about the two things in Springfield that do gather a lot of attention, which Universal will be much more happy with, and that's Duff Gardens is always relatively busy and Fast Food Boulevards is always heaving as well. So they're making money out of it, whether people are riding the rides or not.
But is that because of the food and the drink, or is that because it is Simpsons themed?
Because of the food and drink.
Because of the food and the drink.
Yeah.
But the food has just gotten so bad over the years.
Yes.
I remember when it first opened, and I mean, Ryan and I would eat there all the time. And now, I mean, it was a staple, but now it's I had the Sideshow Bob footlong dog or whatever, and it was just, I couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just because I've gotten older and developed taste buds. But I mean, Duff Gardens, the beer's great. It's fine for Universal. I love a Dufftoberfest, but I can't see why they how they're making money. Maybe it's the Simpsons. It's a universally recognized and global IP, but if they're making money on the food, it's not by repeat customers.
No, I agree. When we went the first year, we were there when the second expansion of Springfield opened for Fast Food Boulevard and that, and we loved it. We were there for 3 weeks. I think we ate there 4, 5, 6 times over the course of that trip. And then, as you say, the ordering systems just got worse and worse. And then the last time we went, we swore never again.
Yeah. And see those establishments can stay just with whatever it's rebranded to. It's
Pokemon.
Still just food and drinks.
Pokemon apparently is the big rumor, but we'll see, I guess.
Hey.
I'm not bothered about that either, to be fair, so do what you want.
My family would be into it. Anything's better than Simpsons at this point.
Well, is there any thoughts on the Green and Red Coconut Club? I've seen there's some discourse online because they are being accused of using AI-generated art. Oh. Which is not new. I mean, Universal was accused of it for a couple of Horror Night sets that they promptly fixed. But man, I don't know. I hope this is an anti-AI space. But
oh, it is. If Tracy was here, she'd be all over it. She hates AI with a passion.
Yeah, I mean, but I went a couple years ago when it was Green and Red. I didn't get to go to the Dead Coconut Club this year, but
We
I've always
went.
been a huge fan. But I more care about the cool. Man, I'm going to sound like an alcoholic on this show. Where's Chris when I need him?
Yeah.
But I'm always just excited about the really cool drinks. I mean, I like to dance. I couldn't really care less about the environment, but
Yeah.
I care. I do like the craftsmanship that goes into those drinks every year.
We went to the Dead Coconut Club when we were over in October and actually bumped into Laura, the woman that runs it. That her idea, like her taking the Red Coconut Club and putting those themed overlays over it, was her baby, and we got talking to her because Chris bumped into her at the speakeasy thing for Mardi Gras last year, and then we've become sort of online Facebook friends, and then we bumped into her and we were talking to her for a bit about it, and she was showing us some little Easter eggs of like team members on the because it was a frat house, wasn't it, of like frat house pictures on the wall and stuff, which was pretty cool. But not a big drinker, so I'm not really that bothered about it, but it's cool. I love that they do it. I love that rather than it just becoming a stale club like it was, because no one ever went in there. I mean, we never set foot in there until they started doing these overlays.
Oh yeah, there's people in there constantly
Yeah.
now when they're open for special things like this.
I think Earl the Squirrel might meet there as well. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. He might make, I don't know. If he isn't, he should. That'd be cool. A cool place to meet him.
Yeah, I want to see drunk Earl. That would be funny.
Well, they did the monsters in there. I don't know. Did they ever show up this year?
Not that
during
I saw.
HHN?
Not that I saw.
Yeah, last year was awesome. So yeah, that was a great idea to revive
Absolutely.
that dying
Yeah,
club
absolutely.
for sure.
We'll see what they do with the escape rooms next.
No. Rest in peace.
Maybe make them
preemptively.
an escape room. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Maybe that
Just a thought.
would be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went in there for the first time in October, and I was like, I didn't do any of the experiences. But I was like, oh, this is a cool space. It's a shame it's already dead.
Right?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
All right. Well, shall we move on?
yes, please.
All right. So now it is time for a Which Stick Gets Your Lick. And this one was submitted by the Rao family.
I've been given the impossible task to keep this family friendly. So why is the segment name so rich with double entendre? We all know what you're trying to say with the segment name that you picked. I'm not even gonna go there, so which stick gets your lick?
Which stick gets your lick? Oh, hell yeah. Lick it, baby.
Thanks. Hey, UUOP. It's the Rao family. We're sitting here eating some Freeze Ray Pops, and we thought to give you a review. We'll do the blueberry lemonade first. And I would give that one, it's refreshing, it's good. I'd give it a 3. I just don't think there's anything really unique about it. Robin?
I really enjoyed this one. I would say a 3.
A 3. That's really enjoyed.
It is. I enjoyed it.
I would also give it a 3. I think it's not anything super great, but it's also not terrible. It's just kind of average. For number 2, we had the Gru, the chocolate one, and I think the outside of that is great. The inside is sort of average. So overall, I would give it a 4. Jeremy? I would give it a 4. I think the chocolate on the outside really sets it apart. I think if the blueberry lemonade one had a chocolate outside, I feel like it would be amazing. Everything's better with chocolate.
That's what
What do you
she
think,
said.
Robin?
I think for me it was a 3 too.
3 as well. And then our final one, we got the lemon mint, which I think universally we like. Universally, we all liked. I would give it a 5. I think it was excellent. Yeah, I agree. I think I definitely think it's a 5. It's the most refreshing, and the mint adds a nice little kick to it. 5. Oh heck yeah for me. Oh heck yeah.
Same here.
5.
By far, it was the best one. 5. Oh heck yeah.
Oh heck yeah. All right, there you have it. The Rao family signing out. James, Robin, and Jeremy. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Right, so let me pull the curtain back ever so slightly. They are wishing us Merry Christmas. And that clip was from last year.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
They sent it in. I obviously missed it somehow. So James messaged me again and said, "Oh, I heard you were looking for more clips. I don't know. I've been through and I don't remember you playing ours from last year." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't remember playing that one either." So there you go.
Wow. Oh man. Well,
Hilarious.
Well, we would love to hear you on the podcast, and preferably sometime in the next millennium. So to be part of this segment, all you have to do is head over to Freeze Ray Pops in Minion Land at Universal Studios Florida and sample as many of the popsicles as you can stomach or afford.
And once you have sampled them, record yourself rating each one on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being
oh hell no,
and 5 being
oh hell yeah,
and send those recordings to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com.
And for the most authentic review, record your thoughts while you're still in the park, but you only have until December 5th to get yours in.
I think I have an idea of what we're going to do for next year, but I need to run it by the guys, and obviously I need to get Tracy involved because we need a name.
Oh, I'm excited.
I think it's pretty obvious what we should do. I think if you really think about it, it's pretty obvious. But I still have only we've only been to Freeze Ray Pops twice. It's just I never think to actually go there. It's weird. I don't know. It's like we tried it when it was new because you have to, and then never think to go there again.
Yeah,
well, it sounds good. And when I want it, I'm nowhere near it. So I find something that's closer
That's also
by.
what she said. Wow, Nancy,
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for you.
What she said, dang.
Well, I don't really like fruit. I know that's weird, but and so many of the flavors are like fruit based that I don't really think it's worth spending the money on. I've done it. Ryan and I have tried. I think I've only tried the orange. What is that? The Vector.
Yeah, the orange sickle one.
I think Ryan has tried a couple, but I don't know. It's never really in my like direct thoughts. So not much is, if I'm being honest.
I think the biggest problem is that we've said it, right? Some of them aren't popsicles. The kind of like the Gru one. It's like a chocolate hazelnut thing, and it's like you buy a popsicle, you expect it to be, for those in the UK, a nice lolly, and some of them aren't, and it's a weird, when you bite into it, you go, oh, that's not what I expected it to be. They're odd. Like I said, I think I said when we did it on the show 2 weeks ago, Alexa got one, and she took one bite of it and went, well, that's not, and took it back and went, can I have something else, please?
Wow. Yeah. No, I mean, in America, we're used to having all different kinds of popsicles. That's not a problem. Mine is just convenience. That's all. Or if I am walking past it, I'm not in the mood for a popsicle at the time. But
if I'm looking for something cold when I'm at Universal Studios Florida, I'm way more likely to go to Florian Fortescue's, if I'm honest.
And get the butterbeer soft serve.
Oh, the Huckleberry. The Huckleberry's really good, actually. With the clotted cream. Thank you, Grace, by the way, for that suggestion. I will highly recommend that.
Some of those flavors you can also get in cups now that are in the candy stores in a freezer.
Okay. I bet they're not as good, though.
Well, Audrey got one. She loved it.
I guess we found our next series. No,
it's not. So just to give a hint, this is if everyone else agrees on it. This one will be much more epic universe based, is what I will say. If it happens. We're not going to do which bench gets your wench, which is, I think, what we discussed earlier.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Now you can move on.
Okay. Let's do some Producers Club birthdays. We don't have a whole lot this time, which is crazy. And I will do those for Tracy since she is in Korea. So on December 5th, it is the lovely Rob Hoffman's birthday. Happy birthday, Rob.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rob.
And then on December 8th, it is Ramiz Alos' birthday. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños. Someone has to have it.
Yeah, and happy birthday.
And that's surprisingly all.
Yeah, well, we did a crap ton of them like 3 months ago, and we basically did like 3 months worth, and then there's only a few more till the end of the year. But we've got one more news show before the end of the year, so the rest of them will be on there, because there's 2 very special birthdays on that one. One actually very special if you... Anyway, shut up.
Well, I have no idea who those could be.
No, and I don't care about one of them either, to be fair, but whatever.
Well, I care about 3 of them.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I wish to go to Scotland.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
As Seth mentioned, in Little Things, Universal Orlando Resort continues its historic year with incredible recognition from the Themed Entertainment Association. Universal earned a total of 4 Outstanding Achievement Awards, including Outstanding Achievement Theme Park for Universal Epic Universe.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't really have a lot of competition with that one. Like, is there any other theme parks opened?
They still didn't have to get an award just because they didn't have a lot of competition.
Well, who else are going to give it to?
Mr. Beastland, duh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. They don't have to give it to anybody if they don't want to.
That's true.
I mean, I think it's well-deserved.
I think it's well-deserved. I know to pull the curtain back, we have 2 episodes coming out over the holidays where I've invited a lot of the members of the UUOP network on to do their Epic Universe Good, Bad and Uglies. Michelle, you and Tracy and me still have ours to do, so we will sort that out. It's been very interesting, actually. But yes, the vast majority of people love Epic Universe and hated doing their bads and uglies, I will say that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. Universal also got outstanding achievement in ride experiences for Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry.
Turner, we've talked about it. What are your feelings on Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry?
Yeah, my thoughts on the Ministry. I think it's an incredible attraction. Very, very groundbreaking. I think it is, but I do think it kind of leaves a little bit personally to be desired. I will not wait the atrocious wait times for it. Thank you, Ryan. I won't. And I don't know if many people should.
No,
I think it's absolutely worth, doing. And if that's what you have to center your entire day around, oh my goodness.
No.
I think it's just missing a little bit. I think obviously the screens, the way it blends virtual with physical sets, practical effects with animation, I think it's incredible, but I think that it kind of just it just misses a little bit for me. And the one big thing is if they're going to use that ride system, and this is a very common.
I know what you're going to say.
Desire, right. I wish it had a bigger drop,
yes.
And apparently it did, and they took it out.
Yes, I said the same thing.
My issue with it is
that it misses a thrill factor. But I mean, if it's supposed to be a family attraction, then I guess.
My issue is those facial projections are horrendous.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
They're horrible. Really are. And especially it wouldn't be so bad, but it's literally the worst ones are the final scene of that attraction.
Yep.
They're horrible.
And this is a little bit of a spoiler for those who haven't been on it. Sorry, but in the scene with Umbridge in the time room where she the animatronic of her, the timepiece or whatever spins to kind of cover the animatronic when she flies away. One of the first times I wrote it, that mechanism didn't work. Oh. And I just saw a faceless Umbridge and I was like, oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, okay. As an achievement, yes, it is a definitely groundbreaking in lots of ways. In all the ways that Turner said, I agree with everything he said. And again, for me, and you've heard me say it before, is that it's just missing that thrill factor for me. But what were their intentions? Is the intention for it to be a family ride? If that's the case, then it does a job. I think that it's not scary. So therefore, younger children will be okay riding it and enjoy it. But for me personally, I wish that it had just a little bit more of a thrill factor, and like the longer drop would have been fine. Or even, I know they were trying to increase their put through with how big the vehicle is, but the size of the vehicle takes away from it for me. So if we could have been in smaller, like the elevators that are out in front of us on the ride, those elevators could hold a max of like 4 people.
Yeah.
How come we're in an elevator with like 20, right? Like
It's 16,
so
but
I would
yeah,
rather,
okay.
Okay, close enough. I would rather be in one of like the smaller elevators, with a ride vehicle that seats maybe 4 people. Therefore, it could move more agilely and have a little bit more thrill factors to it. That would be, to me, much cooler.
Let me tell you why it isn't, because that 240-minute wait then becomes a 480-minute wait. It's bad enough as it is. And to be fair, when we rode it with Chris and Alexa, they only loaded the front row. The entire back row behind us was empty.
Wow.
And that ride at that point was, I have no idea, and that ride was a 240-minute wait all day long. It really annoyed us.
Well, here's the other thing, though, Lee. Think about it. How long is the turnover on one of those rides? From the time that they put us into that middle section, and then they break us off into the little rooms where they have us stand, and then a car comes up to load, and the process from that point
it's long.
It's a long load process.
It is.
Because there's so many seats, and you have to get everybody in, and then you have to go up there and check seatbelts. If you only had 4 people in a ride vehicle, that would not happen. It would be a much faster load process. It could probably be even a continuous load. So I don't know. I'm not a ride designer yet.
Right. So from what I heard, the manufacturer of this ride system was nowhere near prepared to build a ride system like this, and it was done a lot cheaper than it should have been from things that I've heard. I can't remember. I was listening to some podcast or something the other day where someone was waiting to get on it, and a team member caught like one of the arm rests on it, and it just popped off. Boom. Yeah. Apparently they went with someone. Yeah, it wasn't. Anyway, let's talk about an attraction that has a hell of a throughput, and that is they also got an outstanding achievement attraction for Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment. I wish every attraction at Epic Universe had the throughput that this thing has.
Oh, yeah.
Because there would not be the complaints of capacity at that park if every ride had this throughput, because it is an absolute people eater.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen more, like Ryan and I would rope drop that when we go, and I've never seen them load more or just send off more empty ride vehicles than I have at any attraction than that one.
And that's
just
and people
just get people on.
Yeah, because people are coming through the queue, aren't coming through the queue quick enough to load onto it as it's going round. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it more than like a 45-minute wait ever.
And it's the best ride at the park. It's so good.
I agree, 100%. I think at this point I've been on it 22 times maybe, but
it's awesome.
I don't think I've had a run where all of the animatronics have been working though, unfortunately, which sucks, but
but then that tells you how good an attraction it is that you still love it as much as you do, yet you still haven't potentially seen the full ride through.
Oh yeah. It's again, spoiler, sorry. I mean, but it's the final Dracula. He's moved, but he hasn't done the final motion that I've been told happens.
Okay.
So,
that to me is the perfect ride. Perfect. From the moment you walk into Dark Universe until the moment you walk out of that castle.
Yes.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
There is not one thing I would want them to do better.
Yeah, my first time riding, I was like getting sweaty palms. I looked at Ryan. I said, "Do I need to be actually scared?" Like I felt like I was at Horror Nights, and I saw Igor and fell in love.
It's so good. That Phantom of the Opera animatronic is mind blowing.
So good. So good. And then when they flip you around and they push you up right against Victoria, like the way that it's just so good. Love it.
Great ride. Yeah.
It really is.
I can't wait to see it full capacity, I suppose.
All right, Turner, what's up next?
Well, this land received an outstanding achievement, and to probably the surprise of no one, the most complete land at Epic Universe received an outstanding achievement award for How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
I mean, it is
deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. It even though we know that it's the most complete world at Epic Universe, regardless, it just... I remember walking in there for the first time and just going, it's Berk. Like it is realized, and it is gorgeous.
And the cool thing about a new park, and I mean, you could say this probably about all of them, all of the lands, but all 4 portals. But with Burke especially, I feel like every time I've been, I've seen something new, but like not necessarily something small. Like I've seen a new dragon animatronic, or I've seen a new character, or I've seen something new every single time that is so impactful that it's obviously worth talking about in a situation like this. So it absolutely, I think, deserved to win this award. I mean, it's incredible, and I can't wait to see, you know, the level of detail and completeness that comes to everything else in the future.
I think it's testament to how good this world is. And Ryan, I am going to, you know, as Turner being your brother and you being a tour guide, he should know that they are worlds, not lands, by the way. My
bad.
Sorry, I had to pull you up on it because I know Ryan will be sat there.
Brain right now. Sorry.
That when we did our review of Burke on the podcast, the 4 of us, we talked about Burke for probably 35 minutes and didn't even mention a ride or a show at that point.
Yep. It literally is, in my opinion, and as much as I love Potter and Dark Universe, Burke is the world that when I walk through the portal, I genuinely feel like I am in a different everything. Like not on Earth anymore. Seriously. It's just amazing.
But it feels like a real place. Cool. There's so much kinetic energy going on. There's characters, there's dragons, it feels like a real Viking village. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. We spent some time this last time in October exploring the little kid play area in Burke because we have the disability pass. So you have to kind of wait till your time comes to ride a ride. So we just went exploring in there, and it's supposed to be just a little kids area, but we had so much flipping fun. There's so many little little hidden gems in there and hidden places with really cool view out overlooks, and very, very cool. And I've been in there, been in Burke, I don't know how many times now. And like Turner said, there's always something new that I didn't see before.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the land I never knew, the world I never knew I wanted until I started. It's like when they announced Epic Universe and you're like, oh, Super Nintendo's cool, Potter, I'm a big fan of Potter, Dark Universe, awesome, and like How to Train Your Dragon, I like the movies, but and then you start to see it and go, actually, that is probably top of my hype list right now, and it paid off 100%.
Yeah, this was the one that I kind of had lowest, just because I have not seen the movies. I know. I'm like, man, Lee's like, why did I ask this guy to come on? But it completely just blew all of my expectations out of the water. Awesome. And it's the mead, shameless, man, anyway, the mead is incredible. And I'm excited to try the food at Mead Hall.
Yes. I've been in Mead Hall so many times, still have not eaten there.
So that is the 4 achievement awards that Universal received this year, but none of the other 3 theme parks for Universal received this. Hadn't they received them in the past?
I would assume so.
Okay.
That's interesting. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. Interesting.
Because I know there's different organizations that give out awards, so I always kind of get them confused. But I still think the other theme parks, especially Islands and Universal, I think those are still award worthy. So it's interesting that they didn't.
I think the golden ticket is still up soon-ish, maybe. I'm not.
No, the golden ticket awards, we talked about them on an episode 4 or 6 weeks ago, because the golden tickets gave pretty much the same achievements that the THEA awards did for Epic, to be fair. So yeah,
gotcha.
Well deserved.
Awesome. Yep. Congratulations, all of our friends and family at Universal. You guys blew it out of the water with Epic Universe, and we're so happy and proud for you.
Just a bit brassic.
Yep. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up the podcast. Don't forget, we want you to rate the Freeze Ray Pops and send in your recording to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. Again, the deadline is December 5th. So see you next week.
That's the end of another Stella episode of UUOP. Use the Flu Network to give you access to us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. And check out our blog at uuopodcast.com for everything else. Send your owls to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, jump down the warp pipe at uuop.supercast.com. It's alive on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else that podcasts are found. So please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you can. Dragons aren't the only way to get around. Email Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. Listen to them, the children of the night, the children of the UUOP network. Rush of Fear Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info. The Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando Food Podcast, Portkey Passport, an adult-centric Disney podcast, the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast, and Big Dumb Stuff, our comedy, pop culture, and themed entertainment podcast. Make sure to subscribe and come back next week because in the end, it turns out all we needed was a little more of this.